Hi guys, it's Nikki, creator of Nikki's Homemade Crafts. Today I would like to teach you how to crochet this plaid coaster. It is very easy. It just has single crochet as well as a border of reverse single crochet, also known as the crab stitch. You're going to need 3 different colors, and mine are all in worsted weighted yarn. I used Premier Yarn's Deborah Nova Everyday Collection. I used orange, red, and chocolate brown. Every square has 4 single crochets per row. There are 4 rows in total per square. You're going to run your yarn at the same time as you're making your single crochets. That means you're carrying your yarn with you as you crochet. Then here we're going to switch colors, and then here again, as well as here and here. Then we're going to make the border all the way around. The written pattern is on my website. I'm going to show you a swatch so you learn how to do plaid for this specific coaster. I will also show you at the end how to do the border all the way around. You're going to need a 5mm hook and some worsted weighted yarn for this specific pattern. So let's get started. In order to start, you're going to need a multiple of 4. In my case, it is 12 in orange. The orange is because the outside, the border, is going to be orange. So I'm trying to prevent from showing other colors when I'm doing the border. So that is why my chain is orange. But my last stitch is going to be the color that I'm starting out with. In this case, it is brown. You're going to drop your orange and continue with your brown, and then in a second we're going to pick up the red. So just drop your orange and then get started. Start with a single crochet, do 4 of them in total in brown, but during the last stitch you're going to change colors. You're going to do that every single time. That means you're doing 4 stitches per color. During the last single crochet, you're changing colors. As I said, this is going to be red. I'm carrying my yarn ends with me so I can weave them in at the same time. Now I'm going to do 4 single crochets in red. Again, during the last single crochet, I'm going to change colors back to brown. Situate your yarn in such a way that you're not getting tangled up. So as you can see for me, my red is coming from the left, my brown is coming from the right. So every time I crochet or I turn, I rearrange my yarn so it doesn't get tangled up. Now I'm going to turn. I'm going to drop my yarn ends right here. And as you can see, if I turn, my red is going to be on the right side. So I'm going to pick it up and move it over so it won't get tangled up. Again, I'm going to ignore my orange as well as my yarn ends. Okay, so let's keep going. Just carry your yarn with you. Now I'm going to switch colors again to the red, and I'm going to carry my brown with me. So far, we now made 2 rows. We need to make 2 more, and then we're going to switch colors to red and orange. So let me finish my 2 additional rows, and I'll meet you right back here. So now I finished my 4th row, And now I need to change to red. As you can see right here, red is right above brown. So now I need to do red and orange. Let's do exactly that. So that means during the last stitch of the brown, I need to change to red because that's going to be the next color, even though it's in the next row. I'm going to drop my brown and I'm going to pick up my orange. I'm going to let the orange run with me. I'm going to just let it hang right here and carry it with me while I do the next single crochets in red. I pull a little bit, not too tight because I don't want it to hang over too much. And as we're doing a border later on, you actually are going to hide that part later. We're now at the point where we need to change colors. So we did 4 in red, now we're changing colors. My orange is coming from the right, so I'm going to drop my red to the left. Keep your yarn organized and always move it as you turn it so you do not have to untangle your yarn later on. Okay, so now I'm going to change colors again and make it red. You're doing 4 more single crochets in red, then you're turning your piece. Make sure that your yarn is not being tangled. So I'm going to pull my yarn over like that and I'm going to carry it with me. Again, I'm going to switch colors and always pull the yarn that you just dropped, just a hint, and then tack it again right before you pick it up again. Don't tack it too hard because you don't want it to have some kind of weird diagonals going on later on. Okay, I'm going to do 2 more rows and then I'm going to show you how to do the border all the way around. Okay, so now that I've finished my 2 additional rows, I'm now going to start with the border. Remember that this is just a swatch to show you how to do this technique and how to do the pattern in general. The written pattern is on my website. Okay, so I changed during the last single crochet of the red, I changed it to orange. Now we're going to do our border all the way around. It has 2 rows, 2 rounds in total. Okay, so one is just single crochet and the next is going to be the reverse single crochet. Now I will place 1 single crochet per row or per stitch, so that way it's all even. Once I hit a corner, I do 1 additional one because now we're expanding outwards and I don't want it to round. Okay, so for example over here I have 4 stitches, 1 corner, and then 4 rows, therefore again 4 stitches. So let's do exactly that. All these ends are going to be woven in as I crochet. Now here I'm at the corner, so 1 corner stitch, and now we're going to do 4 over here. Sometimes in a corner you're going to have to do 2 at the same time, just to make sure you each square has their 4 on this side. Now we're doing 4 for the red. Okay, now we're going to the brown, so 4 over here. In between I'm dropping my leftover yarn. We're now at the corner, so again the corner is going to need an additional one. Now we're going to do 4 on the side of the brown here. If you can't see exactly where it is, try to make it as even as possible. And make sure you're not pulling your leftover yarn, that you're weaving in at the same time through. Okay, so here in the corner, you can see that I made here 1, 2, 3. Now here I'm at the corner, this is my 4th. This is my corner stitch. And now because I have to do 4 over here, I'm going to do 1 more over here. And now 3 additional ones here. Just make sure it's all even. So each of the colors, wherever there's an edge, there should be 1 stitch per row or per stitch. Unless you hit the corner, you're adding 1 additional one right there. Now here at the red, we did 1, 2, 3, 4 over here. We're doing 4 over here and adding 1 more for the corner. Okay, we're going to slip stitch. I like to do the hidden slip stitch, so I'm coming from behind. So that way it's hidden. Now, so I went all the way around, and now I'm going to go back and do a reversed single crochet. It's also known as the crab stitch. So all you're going to do is, and that might be a little bit complicated because, you know, some people are not used to it. So I'm going to chain 1 so I don't have a hard time. Okay, so we're just going to go backwards. So wherever is my first stitch, I'm going to go into that. The first one is usually the hardest one because that's where you're starting. I'm having a hard time getting into my stitch because I probably made it too tight. Alright, there we go. So all you were doing, let me slow down a little bit, sorry. We're just going to go in here, into the stitch. So instead of for the right-handed, instead of going left, going right, inserting it, pulling up your yarn, and finishing up just like a normal single crochet. It's actually very easy, just going the other way around. So insert your hook into the next stitch, pull up a yarn, so you have 2 on your hook, and do a single crochet. And for this one, because it's kind of longer than normal, we're not adding additional stitches around the corner. You're just going to keep on going because the stitch is long enough to compensate for it. If you would add additional stitches, it would make a, it would curl all the way around, and you don't want that. So that's why I already added my additional stitches when I did my first round of just single crochet around the border. So as you can see right here, I'm just going to keep on going. I'm not adding additional stitches to it. And as you can see, it doesn't curl. It just keeps on staying like that. So you're just going to go all the way around on every stitch until you hit over here. So this is my little swatch on how to do this stitch and how to do the plaid for this specific coaster. So again, the free crochet pattern is written on my website. This video was to show you how to do this technique and how to do the border all the way around. I hope this video was helpful. Please like, comment, and share, and subscribe to my YouTube channel, and follow me on the rest of my other social media pages. Thanks for watching. Bye.